Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone. Welcome back to another episode. Today's lineup is a highlight reel of what happens when activists demand unconditional obedience, and the world dares to say no. So grab your popcorn and buckle up. First up, a trans activist tries to physically assault a conservative guy and then see what happens.
Get out of my face now!
Ooh,
now!
That was very rude of you.
Get the out of my face!
Do you want to go to jail? Sir, ma'am, I don't really know what to call you.
You're done, man.
I'm done.
The police, you just insulted me.
Well, listen here, pal. I mean, you are gonna go to jail.
I could tell the police to get you.
I'm vegan, so don't say that. Listen.
Told me, man, you really get the out of my way right now.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
You do not have a release. I will sue you.
You're gonna sue him? Don't sue him, man, because we're trying to just...
I don't have a... You do not have a release. If you post this, I will destroy you. I will destroy you.
Just keep going on. We love it. Content, we need it.
Who he smack, yo?
He said he was gonna smack me, but I'm just trying to get here and get content, you know what I'm saying, guys?
Yo, if I had to put them hands on you.
Yeah, you better chill, right? I know.
Shit,
I know.
them young
Play
play.
with me now. I got my crew, yeah.
Oh, them young
Yeah.
the young niggas. Oh,
That's what we do in Philly. We make it ours. We make it ours. Yeah, we make it ours.
This is the problem with modern activism. It's built on theatrics, not ideas. They scream, curse, and perform violence because they can't win with logic. The moment real people disagree with them, they shrink. Rage is their only argument until someone stronger calls their bluff. Next, a MAGA dude walks into Trans Visibility Day. They applauded him right up until they realized he wasn't on their payroll.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here in Dallas, Texas, celebrating Trans Day of Visibility. Let's have a good time. Yes! What is going on? All children to get transgender reassignment surgery!
Yourself. Man, transgenderism and it's made effective.
Look at this! You want to fight? You want to fight? Yeah, I'm so scared. Look at these transgenders! Oh, what are you gonna do? Get the hey, they're just hitting us.
No, telling you to leave.
Let go. These are a bunch of transgenders. They want to cut off children's penises. These are sick losers. Your parents are ashamed of you. Yeah, your parents are ashamed of you. You guys are all losers.
This shows how tolerance works in 2025. They love you as long as you agree with them. The moment you show even a molecule of dissent, they flip instantly from love is love to get out. Their acceptance isn't a principle, it's a conditional membership contract. In this clip, trans activists surround a mom and her kid, and the White House actually condemned it.
Trans activists surrounded a mother and her child on their way to a Christian event. The woman, alongside her partner and two other kids, tried to move through the crowd as tensions exploded. Police stepped in to shield the family as the crowd closed in. Despite police presence, scuffles broke out and streets were shut down for hours. The White House Faith Office issued a rare rebuke pointing that free speech and religious freedom is protected by federal law. Full protest turned flashpoint with families and faith in the crossfire.
When your movement has to physically surround a mother and child to feel powerful, you've already lost the moral argument. You don't protect community by terrorizing families in public. This isn't activism. This is ideological bullying with rainbow branding slapped on top. In this one, a trans activist screams, "Why won't you love us?" at a stranger.
Lord, what Jesus said? Love your neighbor as yourself. Why do you not love trans and queer people as their authentic selves?
Okay.
So why don't you love us as our authentic self?
I don't know if you're looking for answers, so I can't hear one.
Take a couple steps back. You guys can talk about it, but just take a couple steps back and bring it down a couple
I
notches.
don't think I want to talk to you. You're not looking for an answer. I can get more,
Wondering that
man.
you had an answer. You don't have one because you don't believe in our true existence. And if you don't believe in the existence of people with pride, stay the hell away from them. Learn to be ignorant.
Keep walking.
But look at the one who's angry, right?
Of course I'm angry because I can't get health care. I can't get housing. I can't get an interview, let alone a job.
So that's what it comes
You're
from.
literally making it illegal for me to exist.
You walk away?
This is the twisted irony. They scream love us while acting completely unlovable. Respect isn't something you can force out of someone by yelling at them in public. If your identity requires volume, threats, and police intervention to be validated, maybe the problem isn't the other person. Here, a female host asks the most basic question on earth, and the activist responds with, biology is misinformation.
Why should I, as a female, be forced to get changed in front of a male?
But nobody's making you do that.
Yes, you do. There's cases going through the courts at the moment. I can think of one such case in the NHS where some nurses are taking action because they were forced to share a gender-neutral changing room where there was what you call a trans woman, i.e. a biological male, using those facilities. So yeah, it actually does happen.
Trans men are men. Trans women are women. Do you think that trans people exist?
I think that what you call a transgender woman absolutely exists. I don't think it's a figment of your imagination, but I think that they're categorically, biologically male. So therefore, they cannot and should not be able to access female-only spaces. Lots of women like me do not want to have to get dressed and all the rest of it in front of biological men.
The activist's entire argument was basically, it's not happening, and even if it is, you're not allowed to call it what it is. That's the new strategy. Deny the biology, deny the boundaries, and shame any woman who dares to say she's uncomfortable. Then the mayor of San Francisco visits a trans event and learns he's literally not woke enough for the people he funds.
I just want to point out that it's Trans March, and the mayor's talking with the cis dude. You're not wanted here.
You're not wanted here. Here! How dare you come here?
How dare you come here? How dare you come here? How dare you come here? How dare you come here?
You suck! Larry sucks!
Hey, you're going the wrong way. Gary Tan's house is that way. Gary Tan lives that way. You're going the wrong way. He's your ally. That's your people. These are not your people. Do something. Do something for trans people. Hang the trans flag at City Hall. Do not come here and pretend to be an ally when you are not. You are harming queer people.
Do your job well, we know that.
Boo! There we go. You are harming queer people.
You will never be welcome here.
You are not welcome.
San Francisco literally gives them unlimited money, policy changes, legal protection, and police tolerance, and they still scream that the mayor isn't doing enough. Activism stopped being about change a long time ago. Now it's about raising the standards of obedience forever, so nobody is ever pure enough. Bill Maher and Piers Morgan team up and absolutely barbecue Katie Porter for calling Riley Gaines a clout chaser.
Who I disagree with strongly should be.
What do you disagree with, out of interest?
I think that it should be up to sporting bodies to make the decisions about who and
what
how
has she said that's actually wrong?
I think that what she has done is try to turn this. We talked about people, using things to kind of get likes and get clicks.
That's not what she's doing.
It's
I've got no truck for Riley Gaines personally, but all I've seen her do is stand up for women's rights to fairness and equality. She actually competed against Leah Thomas, and it was obviously unfair. Leah Thomas won one of the races in the NCAA championships by 50 seconds against a bunch of biological females who simply couldn't keep up. That cannot be right. It cannot be fair.
That is something that I think our sporting bodies should be dealing with. And by the way, Riley is speaking up for herself, and that is her prerogative, and I respect her free speech.
I think she's speaking up for pretty much every female athlete in the world.
I mean, wasn't that the point of Title IX? Title IX in the early 70s was something that was it was a major event in feminism, that we finally have this law that says at colleges, right, and I think high schools too, but definitely colleges, women's sports have to be given equal to men's sports, so that women aren't getting, and this led to the WNBA and lots of other stuff. This seems to be the opposite of that. It seems to be so many instances, I think, where wokeness is the opposite of what I grew up as liberals. Liberalism was, let's give the women an equal shot. This is, let's put a male in the swimming pool with the women. I don't get it.
It's crazy. And meanwhile, trans people who genuinely want to compete at athletics and swimming or whatever it may be, they're the ones who are suffering here. They need to be found a way to compete fairly and justly.
Well, what's your answer then?
I think there's one or two answers. I think they either compete against their biological sex, as many of them did before, or you create an entirely new category for transgender athletes. And then they're able to compete fairly. But what you cannot do is continue to allow more and more trans athletes to start decimating women's records. In some cases...
Imagine accusing a woman who literally competed against a male body of clout chasing. That's how unserious this entire ideology has become. The moment someone points out reality, they call it hate. They're not defending women, they're defending a fantasy at women's expense. Alex Stein confronts a mom who transitioned her kid and tells her straight up, you didn't raise a son, you raised a medical experiment.
You like trans kids?
I raised one.
You raised a trans kid?
I raised a child who decided to follow their true heart and be who they are.
Their true heart? But what about their other organs, like their genitals? They don't want to go by their true genitals?
This is my son.
That's your son? So what time, when did you start your transition?
I want to say when I was really little, because I knew very young I was a boy.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, you'll never be a boy. You can, I mean, that's just...
Look, you'll never be a man.
I am a man. I am a man.
No, all people who are trans, but also people who are autistic.
Yeah, and we shouldn't let autistic people transition their sex because they're autistic. They're retarded. And a retarded person cannot pick their gender.
2025, and this man uses the R word?
Yeah. Think about it. You had a beautiful daughter, and you ruined your beautiful daughter.
What?
She could have been in a marriage, could have had kids, could have made you a beautiful grandmother, and none of that's going to happen. And instead, you laugh about cutting off your child's breast.
This is the dark side of this movement nobody wants to talk about. Adults using their own children as social experiments. A kid doesn't even know algebra yet, and we're letting them permanently alter their bodies. That's not progress. That's guided self-harm endorsed by parents. An old man tells a conservative, shame on you, but then rambles like a malfunctioning radio because he can't answer a single basic question.
Shame on me.
Shame on you. I'd love to take the microphone. I'd love to have a chat to you. So tell me about your stance while you're wearing a billboard.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Children cannot consent to puberty blockers.
And how about the damage caused by children's identity, caused by delaying these life-saving medicines?
Life-saving?
Life-saving medicines. Identity.
Interesting.
You're obviously comfortable as a cis white male? You're obviously comfortable in your own skin?
No, I'm just a man.
Also, you're not recognising accepted gender and identity terms?
I'm not part of the cult of gender, no.
You're being pedantic about recognised terms that people use to define themselves?
Only the people who are in the cult recognize these terms.
You also need a breath mint. You're going to be speaking to people on the street, you need a breath mint.
Oh, okay.
That's halitosis is a term, so is cis white male, also a term.
Good stuff. So tell me, why do you want to sterilize kids?
I didn't say that, and you're never going to be able to put words in my mouth.
Oh, but you support this.
Camera's right here.
But you support this.
Camera's right here.
You support giving kids puberty blockers.
They're not the same thing. It's a false equivalency. It's a false equivalency, you know that. So what attention are you getting today? What attention are you getting?
Well, quite a bit from these guys, unfortunately.
Who's these guys?
The police, the council.
Well, it's in there. It's in their interest to make sure isn't damaging to society.
Oh, okay.
Because when you don't represent Australian values...
So again, tell me, why do you think it's okay we sterilize kids?
Once again, you can try and put words in my mouth.
Well, that's what's happening. That's what these do.
You try and put words in my mouth.
Tell me, what age do they start giving kids puberty blockers? What's the technical term for it?
See, once again, you're not going to trick me. Because you're not you're not a narrator.
Do you know?
You're not a very logical man.
Do you know?
You're a man with a tirade.
What's Tanner stage 2?
See, I've had a vasectomy done.
Oh, that's great.
And I chose, made an informed choice about that.
I'm really glad you did that, actually.
So I've sterilised myself.
That's good for society.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
and
in your case.
And a lot of cases of sort of, I don't know, false minorities. People who think they're a minority where they've had the fat of the land for generations.
Oh.
That having this regressive sort of desire to have large families to try and sort of increase the white heteronormative sort of section of society. Try to outpopulate.
Did you study gender studies in university?
No, it wasn't an option for me.
Interesting.
Anywho, this is going nowhere. But
so tell me.
I'll leave it to time. Make it good.
You talked about regressive things there for a second. I would say it's pretty regressive that we're telling children who don't conform to stereotypes that they might have been born in the wrong body.
No, we're not telling them anything, I don't believe. And they may... No, stereotypes aren't there. It's not about stereotypes. It takes a very, very fragile, sanctimonious, over-controlling subset of society to try and deny people urgent medical care.
So what is it that makes a girl a boy?
I don't think that's a valid question.
Well, if girls are coming to believe that they're really boys, what is it that makes them a boy?
Well, there's biological indicators, but it's not foolproof.
Oh, there's a biological indicator to transgenderism?
But then again...
What's the biological indicator to transgenderism?
But then again, you know, in the West, we've always recognised traditionally 2 genders. But that's, as we all know...
Yeah, I recognize 2 sexes and 0 genders.
Okay, that's it. That's great. Yeah. I like that little laneway.
Yeah.
But that's not true for other societies.
Oh, okay.
Other societies have a richer, deeper culture where there's less gender dysmorphia. Because
so what is a transgender child?
Because people are recognised.
What is a transgender child?
I'm going to leave it to your soapbox. But thank you, it's been a pleasure.
So you can't answer any of these questions?
No, because you've been asking...
Kids are being turned into lifelong pharmaceutical patients, being sterilised, and they're getting their breasts cut off.
No, they're not.
And you can't tell me one thing about any of this.
You're trying to actually lure you into a laneway, in a little sort of ideological laneway. That's a safe place for you to speak.
So if a girl thinks she's a boy, what is it that makes her a boy?
You're trying to lure me into a little laneway. That's a safe space for you to sort of repeat your narrative and to try and hijack the conversation.
I don't need safe spaces. That's for the left.
Well, no, it is. It is because you're weak. I mean, you're ideologically weak. I mean...
You're the one that can't tell me a single thing about your ideology.
I won't...
I'm asking you to define for me what a transgender child is. Define for me what gender identity is.
I'm not going to dance and clap to your prompts because I've thrown you direct things.
This is your opportunity to educate 1 million people right now about transgenderism. So you go ahead and tell them what it is that makes a girl a boy.
I can't even educate you about halitosis, about the fact you need a breath mint.
Okay.
I've answered your questions. I've deliberately walked up to you because you're being very provocative. So I've had conversations with you.
Provocative. Children cannot consent to puberty blockers. Bye-bye.
Some people don't have opinions, they have pre-programmed slogans. He wasn't debating, he was reciting. He didn't come to defend children, he came to defend an ideology he doesn't even understand. That's the tragedy. Entire movements run on people who can't explain what they believe. Next up, Trans Day of Vengeance, because nothing says we're the victims like filming yourself threatening retaliation.
They have been promoting this narrative that we've been indoctrinating others. We don't deserve to be murdered. We don't deserve to be put in a position where we're unaliving ourselves. We deserve to live our lives happily and in peace. Please join us for Trans Day of Vengeance. Much love to you all. Please stay safe.
I'm not condoning the violence, but I understand it. And it's hard for me to have sympathy for what happened, because at the end of the day, you reap what you sow. People like you, this is your fault. All of it.
To stick together more than ever now. We don't need thoughts and prayers. We need action. Revolution. We're here. We're queer. We're not going anywhere. Deal with it.
It's amazing how fast Be Kind turns into We Want Vengeance when the mask slips. This is what happens when you build your entire worldview on victimhood. Eventually, the only solution becomes punishment. And that's not equality. That's fanaticism dressed in rainbow branding. A dramatic trans woman attacks 2 biological women, then roleplays the victim because in 2025, victimhood is a competitive sport.
Spitting.
I spat on the ground because you hit me with your body.
I called 911. Okay.
Don't you dare.
Thank you.
Don't you dare, you white woman.
Okay, I'm Puerto Rican.
She hit me.
You okay?
She assaulted me, and she's recording me.
And what you're doing right now makes that okay.
Mind your business.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Of course.
No, you don't. You're a fake ally. You're a fake liberal. You're a hypocrite, and I feel sorry for your trans friends. I feel sorry for your trans friends. And I feel sorry for your queer friends because you're a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's what you are. You're a snake.
Do you know my identification?
Snakes.
Do you know my current identification?
I don't give a.
So how do you know any of this information
You're a
about
cis
me?
woman. You're an AFAB non-binary.
Do you know that?
Bitch.
Do you know that?
You're an AFAB non-binary.
Do you know that?
Do you live in Bushwick?
Do you know that?
Do you live in Bushwick, Kenny? Go ahead. This is gonna blow up on TikTok. I already have a social media following. You think I care? They love this. I'm a based psycho tranny, and you're a hypocrite. You're a liberal hypocrite.
The choice of words used in psycho and the identification.
You hit me with your body on the sidewalk. You liberal
the word choice
hypocrite.
Of identifying as a psycho.
You assaulted me. So where are the cops, huh? Where are the cops when the black woman calls the cops on the trans woman?
This is the new formula. Attack like a bully, then collapse into victim mode the moment someone pushes back. It's emotional manipulation disguised as identity. They weaponize fragility. They use pain as a shield for bad behavior. It's narcissism with a social justice coat of paint. This activist does an interview against Trump until she gets a real question, tries stealing the mic, misses, and rage quits the conversation.
One of his policies pertaining to this have been very clearly anti-American.
How do you feel that he's appointed the first openly gay man in his cabinet, and he actually appointed him again in this administration? Don't grab my property. Hey, don't grab my property. What are you doing? What are you doing? You don't do that. Officer, what are you doing?
The instant this activist had to defend her own words, she defaulted to physical aggression and escape. That's the problem. They're great at lecturing, horrible at thinking. If your worldview collapses every time someone asks why, maybe it wasn't a worldview, just a slogan. And finally, a trans activist screams, "Shut the fuck up," then demands respect, which is basically the customer service model of this entire ideology.
LGBT.
These are radical Christians in there that are housing neo-Nazis.
Right, but
and you're defending. God, you're so fucking stupid.
They don't push gays off the top.
Are
of the
you
building for being
kidding?
gay.
Shut the f up, you bigot. Shut the f up. You don't want to learn.
He needs to learn how to communicate like you do. Oh, are you gonna threaten me?
Did you misgender her? Did you misgender her?
Apparently.
This is the tactic every time. Scream profanity, shut down the conversation, then accuse the other person of not wanting to learn. It's a projection. They don't want dialogue, they want obedience. If your entire argument is volume and victimhood, you never had a point. And there you have it. Another compilation where ideology tried to replace reality, and reality wasn't having it. If you like this breakdown, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe, because trust me, this circus isn't slowing down.